Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information on the Petrea Wealth Group or to schedule your complimentary consultation, visit PetreaWealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
George Politarhos, how you doing this weekend?
I'm doing very well. Mark, how about yourself, my buddy?
I got no complaints, and I know we have a special guest joining us this weekend as well.
We do. We have my colleague, my great friend, best friend, my sister, and my much older sister, Angie Politarhos, who was in the office here with us.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today?
So, Angie, if those are maybe just joining us here on Family First Retirement for the first time, and we always say Petrea in Greek, it means family. You are a part of the family. You are George's sister. But what do you do for the Petrea Wealth Group?
I do everything that George does, but I also specialize in Medicare and Social Security and just helping people transition into their retirement.
Great. We have some great conversations coming up a little bit later in the show about just that, about Medicare, about Social Security. And one more question for you, George. You said in that intro, she's also your best friend. I love to hear that because me and my big brother, Sam, I consider him my best friend, but it took us a while to get there. Like, at what age did you realize that, you know what, my family, they're pretty darn cool?
Well, we were always raised very tight-knit clan, very together. And I always say that I always love my brother and sisters. I don't always like them, but you always love them. Once you fight, you argue.
Sure.
Angie and our other sister, Polly, really raised me.
Yes.
Our mom had to go back to work at the restaurant, our family business, and the girls took over the role of raising me when I was little and younger, which continued all through college.
Yes,
So,
I raised him. Yes, bought him his first car.
So it's you, Angie. We can blame you for this.
Yes, for his craziness.
yes.
It's all my fault, yes.
I'll take the good with the bad, as Betty would say.
Yes, Bob would say that.
We're good.
That's great. It's like you said, it's like, look, I love you, but I don't like you right now, so go away.
Oh, gosh, that's so true.
PetreaWealth.com, Patria, PetreaWealth.com. You can meet George, Angie, the entire team, put faces to the voices that you hear every weekend here on Family First Retirement. And George, when was the last time that you saw Angie cry?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, I was expecting like a Publix Christmas commercial.
A lot.
I say that because the movie Titanic is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
And I remember going on a date and bawling like a baby during that movie, but trying to play cool. Because, I'm a man. I don't cry during movies.
I don't cry.
No, I cried during that one. There is a young actor. His name is Reese Thompson. He was about 5 years old, had a very small part in that movie. If you remember, there's a scene where the boat is sinking and two children are hugging each other with their mom. Yeah, kind of that was probably one of the moments I was crying. But the point is, because of that, he still makes about $250 a year from residuals from the movie Titanic. And, in the industry, that's what they call mailbox money because it comes on a regular basis. So, George, for the families that you serve in the world of retirement planning, isn't an annuity just another way of saying mailbox money?
Absolutely. It's a great way to phrase it, to be quite honest with you. Yes. Because when we do your planning process, and a plan is really important, I believe, because so many of us have this idea that I'm going to retire in December or in 5 years. And it's just in our head. We always say about how we plan more for our vacations, which last a week or 2 weeks, than we do for retirement, which lasts a lifetime. So when we do a planning process for you, Mark, we are going over that income plan. Where the money's coming in today in your weekly, biweekly, monthly check that you're getting now, what you save for retirement, your TSP, your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, checking, savings, and to see where we're going to have that income coming in retirement. We also go over expenses with you because expenses are a huge question mark for people. There's three really big things we need to worry about in retirement. A is expenses, how much we're spending. We have X coming in. Are we having less than X go out or more than X go out in retirement with our expenses? And some expenses you have now, you're not going to have in 5 or 10 years. And conversely, some that we don't have now, we're going to add as we get older. The other big thing we talk about with our reports is taxes. Taxes are huge. And if your financial advisor is not addressing the tax issue with you, they're doing you a misjustice. Because a couple things are for sure in life. A, death. B, taxes.
Yes, sir.
So we got to make sure we address that issue. The other thing we talk about, and I think we're very lucky because we have this great program, proprietary program that we use with Social Security. There's a lot of question marks about that, and we'll address that in a little bit, but there's a lot of question marks, and you need to be prepared for that to make sure you make the right choice, right options for you and your family, because that is irrevocable once you make those choices. And the other end of that conversation is Medicare. When to churn on Medicare Part A and B, and Angie will talk about that in a few minutes. But going back to annuities, that's part of our income stream. We want to make sure that we're living longer, which is a great thing, but we want to be the people that have a consistent, reliable, dependable avenue of income in retirement, and annuities fund that. And we can have our mailbox money every month, so you'll never run out of income.
Man, that confidence of having mailbox money, knowing it's going to be there. And that could be with the power of an annuity. There's a lot of layers to an annuity, but the best way to get a little bit of an education, a conversation about it, is to call George and the team at the Portrayal Wealth Group, 302-330-2166. Take advantage of that complimentary portfolio x-ray where George and the team want to sit down, take a deep dive into your plan. And that includes how can annuity benefit your retirement plans. Again, 302-330-2166. Always no cost, no obligation. You just mentioned it, Social Security. Let's talk about that, because you've said the longer you wait to claim Social Security, the bigger the monthly check is going to be. And at the age of 70, you're getting the absolute max. So, George, are there any signs that tell us maybe we can postpone taking benefits until that age without compromising, our retirement budget?
There is, and that's part of the planning process, which we go over. There's over 500 different ways to file for Social Security.
Say that again.
There's over 500 different ways to file for Social Security. Think about that.
Is that an exaggeration?
Oh, no, it's more than that. It's 529 last count, I believe.
Goodness.
But there's so many, and we talked about this last week, is that, Mark, this is not to offend anyone, but we are all snowflakes. We are all snowflakes of those big storms we have. And not the snowflake folks that gets offended by everything you say, but the snowflakes like a snowstorm. Out of those billion snowflakes that fall, not one is like the one before, nor the one after it. They're all unique and special. And that's the same thing when you do a financial plan with us and go over Social Security. Everyone has a different outlook in that. And one of the programs that we use, it shows that in 2033, there is a very high probability that there is going to be a reduction in your Social Security you bring home. Something to think about, prepare for. And this shows you the percentage chance of you having that up to 24% reduction. It's something Angie and I talk to our customers every day about. Because what happens if it doesn't happen, we planned for it? Great, we're in a better place. But what happens if it does occur? You're okay. And we need to be okay. And that's what this is about. Now, when I retire, I'm not taking Social Security until I'm 70. Leslie is going to take it as soon as she decides to stop working. And the reason being, do you get to keep both Social Securities, Angie, when you retire or when someone dies?
No, you do not. You get to choose the higher of the two of your spouse. You get to take the higher one.
And that's why it's unique. That's why you have to make the right choices, Mark. Not just sit there and say, well, I stopped working at 63. I have to take it. No, you don't. Maybe we're going to pull money from your 401k, or we're going to pull from that IRA, or you have enough pension. Maybe you're lucky to have a pension, right, to fill our need. But it's about making the right choices and planning for tomorrow. When you give us a call at 302-330-2166 and schedule that no-cost, no-obligation meeting with myself, Angie, Achilles, and Jared, we're going to go over those things with you. We're going to show you how it looks, because I truly believe today everything's digital, right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
You sit there and it's all streaming services and all that stuff. I am still, and we are still touchy-feely, where we give you a report. It's something for you to hold in your hand. It's a breathing, living product. And you need to know how to make it work for you to benefit you and your family. 302-330-2166, PortrayalWealth.com. The fact that you said there's over 500 ways to take your Social Security, I really thought that was an exaggeration. Like when you look at my license right now, it says I still weigh 180 pounds. On Mars, right?
That is an exaggeration. PortrayalWealth.com. You can meet George and the team. You can also schedule that no-cost, no-obligation consultation from the homepage. Again, PortrayalWealth.com. All right, Angie, let's talk about it here. A little bit of open enrollment, Medicare. This is the season. You really got to start getting things in order. What do we need to know?
Open enrollment begins October 14th, and it goes through December 7th. Anybody that's transitioning age 65 or more, please give us the opportunity to look at it. There's so many different rules and regulations. While you are still employed, Part A and Part B, Part A is free. Part B is something that you pay for. Right now, it's $164.90. They're speaking about it going up to $174.80. I'm not sure if that's the final cost. We won't know till the end of October. But while you are still employed and you are above the age of 65, you do not have to sign up for Part B while you have credible coverage. So a lot of people make the mistake. They just go onto the site and they automatically sign you up for it. Please, you have the opportunity to get out of it and not pay that fee. We can help you do that. When you transition and you start Medicare, it's a 2-year look back. So let's suppose you're making $200,000 and you sign up for Part B and the amount is $164.90. You will sign up for that and then you'll get a letter probably within a month saying that you have made too much income and now they're going to up your fee to say $238 or $337. We can help you fix that and file paperwork and submit a request to transition out of that and go back to the $164.90.
You know something, Mark? That's why I think it's so important. We talk about not being a DIY, not doing yourself, right? Because it's on the internet, it must be easy.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw YouTube do it. How hard can it be? I'll be honest with you. I look at this Medicare, and we're all licensed to do this, and Angie is just so fluent in how this works. You need someone that's in your corner. Because just like Social Security, when you call and say, I'm ready to file for Social Security, you call the Social Security office, and you say, when's the right time to turn on Social Security? What's the answer they give you?
When you're ready.
They'll say, today, Mark, you are 63 years old. Your benefit is this. Would you like the paperwork to begin process?
They're only permitted to answer the question. They're not allowed to give you any recommendations. So that's what we're here for. We look over your financials, we look over everything, and we help you make that educated decision and give you the choice to make. Same thing with the Medicare. There's opportunities whether you get Medicare Advantage or a supplemental plan, and that's all determined, folks, by your financials and the financial position that you're in. And that's what we help you make those decisions at.
And that's why it's so important, really, to go and give us a call at 302-330-2166 or go to Patria, Patria, wealth.com and sit down with us and get those questions answered. Open enrollment starts October 14th through December 7th. That's a big window, right? Or you think it is, but it's not. You need to come in, sit down, talk with Angie, talk with myself and the rest of the team, and let's get that planning process started. Because you get to retire once. You need it to be done correctly the first time so you can move forward and be in the best place.
Correct me if I'm wrong, if this is the analogy I came up with. When you're calling the Social Security office, it's like having an argument with your wife and she's only giving you yes-no answers.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Are you
Yes,
mad at
that's
me?
how it works.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, why? I'm not going to tell you.
How
You
did I
figure
look
it out.
in this dress?
What did I do wrong? I don't know. That's for you to find out.
That's right.
But calling the Patria Wealth Group is like the marriage counselor to help you figure out what you need to do.
True. Yes.
What you need to do with your Social Security.
Oh, my
Correct.
gosh. Yeah.
302-330-2166, PatriaWealth.com. And Angie, I don't know if this was clickbait, but there's a lot of stories going on right now about Social Security it drying up in the next 7, 8, 9 years. And there's stories saying that Medicare and Medicaid could also dry up eventually. Is there any truth behind that, or is that just clickbait stories to scare us?
I think that it would probably.
I don't think Medicare is going to dry up.
Medicare is ever going to dry up. But
Social Security will have an issue.
Social Security, we believe, will have an issue.
Okay.
And it will be based on a formula, based on people's income. It's a whole formula they're going to base it that they probably will do a 10 to 20% reduction after 2032 into 2035. That's what they're talking about right now. Whether that happens, we don't know. Now, they just come out and they're changing some rules on the spousal benefits that's just coming out effective January of 2024. I just got an email on it today. I'm just reading up on it because you have choices about spousal benefits when, turning on and freezing. There's all different rules. They're taking some of those away. So they're starting to transition to change the rules to extend out the Social Security.
302-330-2166. A lot of layers to Social Security, a lot of layers to Medicare. Listen, let the team at the Patria Wealth Group, let them be your therapist. Help explain it. Help explain your benefits, how it's going to help you in your retirement plan. It's a complimentary portfolio x-ray, no cost, no obligation consultation. Again, always online, PatriaWealth.com. All right, think about it. Just today alone, about how many decisions do you think you've made today, George?
Oh, Lord. 33. I don't know.
Think about
Probably
it.
more than that.
You think, Am I going to hit the alarm or am I going to roll over and snooze another 3 times?
Do I have to feed the dogs? Do I have to
feed
go
the
downstairs?
dogs? Should
Do I
I
want
go
coffee?
Should I go
Do
exercise?
Want to get dressed?
Well, that's not
Well, yeah, I need to get dressed. I've seen my sausage.
You should.
Goodness, yes,
Getting
please.
dressed is a very good decision.
Very important situation, yes.
There was a SWNS poll that revealed that the average adult makes more than 120 decisions a day. And just like you said, even the little things. What am I going to watch? What am I going to wear? What are we going to have for dinner tonight? But most Americans realize they need to improve their financial planning, yet only a fraction will talk to an advisor. So if we prepare for other things in life, why do we hesitate to make that decision to prepare for retirement?
Why don't we ask, why do people hesitate to talk to a financial planner? So many people have such a fear of sitting down and going over their numbers with somebody and present it to you through a set of different eyes. It's an opportunity for you to make an educated decision for your future. We're looking at, your financial planning. You're looking at Social Security. You're looking at Medicare. This transitions for the rest of your life, folks.
You know what it goes with, Mark?
What?
It goes with still being a kid in school, elementary school, high school, and being sent to the principal's office. Because you're going to get
you were there all the
reprimanded.
time.
Yeah. But they think
George
you're
had
going to
an
be
express
reprimanded.
lane hallway. To get
Always,
to.
yes. But that's what I think it's about, because you're scared. I didn't plan correctly. I didn't save enough money. I met the people yesterday down in Lower Delaware in Georgetown, and this gentleman was concerned that he was not in the right place to retire in April. He's retiring the end of April. He's a federal employee. And we sat down and went over with him and did his plan with him. And it's amazing that after he saw it in black and white, the look on his face,
The relief.
the satisfaction, that knew they were okay. He had done the right stuff going forward, and he's going to be in a better place after we get finished, making sure that he knows where he's going. But that all starts with that phone call, Mark. About giving us a call at 302-330-2166, or go to Patria Wealth, Patria Wealth, and schedule your no-cost, no-obligation, complimentary appointment with myself, Angie, Achilles, Jared, the whole team, see how we can help you.
Investment advisory services are offered only through properly registered representatives of Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, which is not affiliated with Betrayal Wealth Group. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if George Politarhos is licensed in your state, please contact his office. George A. Politarhos is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities, offered through George A. Politarhos, NPN number 175000473.